Good morning, graduates, faculty, distinguished guests, and mom. It is a tremendous honor for me to be standing here today as I picture you all naked. The truth is, this is a little nerve-wracking for me. Even as a musician who regularly performs for hypothetical naked audiences often. So when my professor first told me that he nominated me as one of the speakers for today, I immediately asked myself, what would I even speak about? And as I couldn't come up with an answer, I asked the one person I knew who could, Siri. She didn't help me very much. I couldn't determine what I felt I would need to hear in a commencement address because although I am standing up here today, I am still in the same position as each one of my colleagues sitting in front of me now. As I continued to scrap several ideas, I began to reflect on my past 4 years at Stetson and remembered all of the times I had to take a step out of my comfort zone. And despite all of those experiences, I stand here now taking yet another step out of it. After almost backing out of my commencement address audition, I realized then exactly what I wanted to speak about. The story begins with a 17-year-old boy fresh out of high school. Let's call him Dustin. On the outside, Dustin looked like the typical breed of freshman boy you can find at Stetson. You can easily spot this breed because they are often seen with their Stetson lanyard hanging outside their pocket almost to the ground and are overly dressed for 8 a.m. classes. On the inside, Dustin was an awkward freshman. He was too shy to join any student organizations or campus activities. He would often take his Einstein's bagel to go and eat lunch in his room because he was too worried about what other people would think of him if they saw him eating alone. However, something changed in Dustin at the end of his freshman year. A good friend of his told him, "Caring too much about what others think about you may be the only thing standing between you and your dreams." From then on, Dustin strived to care less about what other people thought about him and began to break out of his shell. It was the push he needed to take the first step out of his comfort zone. And to this day, that simple piece of advice still resonates inside of him. Now, spoiler alert, Dustin was actually, yes, you guessed it, my roommate. No, really, it was me. I know, what a huge plot twist. But graduates, I'm here today telling you this story because on the other side of graduation awaits incredible opportunities that will lie beyond your comfort zone. And despite all of the times you may have taken a step out of that comfort zone, you will continue to encounter situations in the future that will require you to keep stepping out. So as we approach one of the most pivotal points in our lives, I ask you to stop for a second. Look back at all of the obstacles you overcame to get this single piece of paper. All of that for a piece of paper? It is a scary thought, I know. But the truth is, this degree is more than just an expensive piece of paper. It is a tool. So use it to shape the world however you see fit. And when you leave for that new job, internship, graduate school, or into the realm of complete uncertainty, remember that some of the best experiences in life begin with a little bit of discomfort. I know that this was true for me when I first came to Stetson, but now I can say, bittersweetly, that today marks the end of a chapter I never wanted to end, and one that I will always keep bookmarked. Because for many of us, this place was our home away from home. It was the place we laughed, the place we struggled. This class knows. We spent the first 3 years here having to drive all the way to Daytona Beach for a Chick-fil-A sandwich. The freshmen really don't understand that struggle. It was the place we cried, mostly in the library during finals week, and in the practice rooms. And it was the place we experienced everything in between. Leaving this place will be hard, but saying goodbye to the people will be even harder. But it all began with a little bit of discomfort. Your biggest risk isn't failing. It is getting too comfortable. So graduates, I encourage you to accept the dare we are all bestowed upon since freshman year. I dare you to be significant and to take the next step forward out of your comfort zone.